You what?
Fluttering all day. It's tiring work.
So tight. I shift just about anywhere.
Is this a challenge, Arisen, to see who can keep pace? No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
None of these milksops are worth my time. I've got nothing for ye. Tired. Barely slept a wink.
Let me alone, will ye?
Tis my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit. We would be ill-advised to proceed without light.
It is quiet about.
Ho-ho! I'd not have thought we'd find one here. At least all our efforts weren't for naught. Ha! I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
Would that I knew more of this world's structure. Perhaps this system will provide some insight.
Here I might reflect.
To go my affairs in peace. I've a niggling feeling. A peculiar sensation filled me during my time with Lord Faesus. Though I was unconscious, I could always sense your presence, Arisen. And so my faith in our bond remained steadfast. Yep, that's where our heartening thoughts end. For the world is now in peril, and there is much to be done.
Not let a single shadow slip my hand.
Gathering materials makes for dull work indeed.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
Peril can result from a moment's incaution. Well, this is no good. Can't let myself get distracted.
My body's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
Bit early for arrest as yet. I suppose.
Aye, 'tis dull.
but not at the expense.
There's something strange about the way time passes here.
Indeed. All we once held to be true is now changed. But who would affect such a change? And for what purpose?
Explaining. We'll have an early supper. Welcome.
Love waking up knowing anything could happen.
Couldn't hurt to rest.
This job better be worth it.
I swear I've never slept better.
Bloody early.
Soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
A stroll ought to clear my mind, son.
Let it end.
You
I don't
what?
want to think anymore.
My knees have been acting up of late.
All that fuss and nary a coin to show for it. No shortage of easy truths.
Dead on my feet.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
The world's gone tops.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Greetings. I expect you. Its healing waters draw upon the vault. Always a pleasure.
Nice place, this. I'm in no
Only
hurry.
pray to make misfortunes with the cops and benefit from the sunshine. Could you be a bit excited?
I must be ready, for my sake and everyone else's.
Feel at ease here.
There's no getting these hands clean, I fear.
Fine fat on today.
A place to soothe the spirit.
Bleeding amateurs. No respect for this.
Who could have imagined the world would turn on its...
Why was that back in the day?
My pack's grown rather heavy.
Let's see. What can we do without?
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
The waters of the hot spring.
Hold on a moment. I'll be needing my fee.
Arisen! You've grown even stronger since last we met, haven't you? I can tell at a glance.
This armor's seen better days.
Waiting on that report.
Living's hard.
Would that I ne'er had cause to draw steel.
Ah, I remember you. What brings you to the encampment? 'Tis a miracle you're still alive, though I dare say that's true of all of us. Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you traveled far indeed to deliver these tidings. Farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin preparations at once. But I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustava, is a man of good sense. But as for his wife, well, suffice to say, Cleuna has always been a contentious sort. She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope as she will be more willing to listen to you, a third party, as 'twere. And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
Ah, I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife well. I only hope we can convince them to join the evacuation.
It is no great shock to me.
I've just had a thought. Have you always pursued your current vocation over the course of your journey with the Arisen?
It might surprise you to know I was once a mage. I took great pride in healing our masters. Not much chance of a friendly conversation with this lot. I suppose I'll handle this. Do you really need my aid? You must try to free yourself. If you would.
I ain't going to chase.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next. The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
Understood. Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. The fire must be put out ere our comrade burns! We are at our best when we combine our strength.
I've met my end. Thanks to you, Arisen. I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way? Let us guide the people to the seafloor shrine. The red clouds seem to be less abundant thereabouts. Still, 'tis easier said than done. The people may not believe us, and should we make our case? Too fast for you!
Well now, whatever brings you here? These are perilous times to be wandering about. You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I am touched by your kindness, friend, but we'll manage on our own. I couldn't bear to be pressed in among those crowds.
Now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to safety, my dear, come hell or high water. Besides, I should hope this good soul has earned your trust by now. Helped me out of a tight spot on more than one occasion, if you'll recall. After all that goodwill, and out here to warn us, would seem mighty ungrateful, turning our back on another helping hand extended only in kindness.
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. It seems we'll be accepting your offer after all, friend. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Mackless Chaos!
Ice will be most effective against this one! Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Ser Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
Truth be told, I'm of half a mind to pack up and... leave. What much obliged?
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Sir Lamond is as mighty as 100 soldiers. 'Twould be reassuring to have his aid. Shall we speak with him?
How might I be of assistance?
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
All this worrying's giving me an achy back.
Look, Master. A treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
The best quality so past the fur and fangs. Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Did you want something? Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye. Oh, bollocks. Of course ye'd make a decent request like that. Aye, fine. I'll do it. Seeing as ye're the one asking. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind, but you've my word. I'll get him to safety.
He seems to have acquiesced. Sir Ernesto will be thrilled to hear it, I'm sure. I suppose 'tis so?
Fancy a gander? I've fine goods for sale.
I'd sooner be home.
I cannot thank you enough for all you've done. We shall fare much better on the road with Sir Lamond's arm to defend us. 'Twill be slow going, mind. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
People of Volcanic Island are evacuated. May they make it through the impending chaos intact.
I suppose 'tis so?
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
Perhaps this will seem of little Wait, fight!
I am sorry.
Cannot help you. Is anyone else available? Garda, present. Another enemy force is coming to assist. Finish what the person sooner.
I'd gladly accompany you, believe me. But the others here, well, suffice to say, they won't be able to join us. Follow me. You'll see what I mean.
Not much fun to be around
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray, caller, please dispense with the formality. I've an knack for combining materials that I hope. Oh, good. I see the. Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. The time of our parting is come.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. If ever you've need of an ear... A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness pawns can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the... Why?
Ruse at your left. Do you come again?
'Tis a jail of... They were supposed to be digging up old ruins or some such. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders, and little else, you see.
A locked door makes one itch to see the other side.
Well, here you have it. They've been like this for a month straight now. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. You'd have more luck. I know they don't die like we do, but it seems cruel to abandon them here, all the same. I never wanted to be here, you know, taking part in all of this. The enslavement of pawns doesn't sit well with me. I suppose that's why I can't bring myself to leave them behind. Either that, or the current state of the world helps to put things in perspective. At any rate, I've tried everything I can think of to get them out, but naught's done any good. I'm at rather a loss.
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here, and so we remain.
I implore you, Arisen. Take me with you.
So they're staying here because they were ordered to remain. And they told you that, did they? Strange.
I couldn't get a word out of them. I wonder why they saw fit to speak with you. But never mind that. More importantly, you've given me an inkling of the problem at hand. 'Twas the Overseer's doing, methinks. When the world changed, that craven up and ran for his life. But on his way out, he used that artifact they call the God's Way to command the pawns to protect him. I expect that order of his is what the pawns were referring to. But why would they continue to obey when the man is long gone? Unless... Listen, friend. I've a thought. What say you have a look around and see what you can turn up? If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, it could be that he is lurking somewhere not far from here. Use that key to have a look around. It should open any doors you come across. Let's keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well. I have a feeling he's still lurking about here somewhere.
Pawns need only obey the true Arisen. I suspect one of those fell artifacts employed at the coronation is at work here.
It's no great shock to me.
There are yet those who seek deliverance from ruin.
Let us begin with the place most likely to be marked for destruction.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Let me get that. So the pawns were being held here by the power of this God's sway. Now they ought be free to make good their escape.
Not a bad idea.
Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Hang in there, Master! I'm coming to assist!
Twould seem we need not always travel by foot, if novel inventions such as this are to be found.
Contraptions like these are best used when and as we find them.
I could really use some assistance! This wasn't supposed to...
So, there was naught left of the Overseer but bones, eh? I'll wager he thought to take the pawns with him to the grave. He always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I'm well grateful for your aid, friend. Now that the pawns are on their feet, methinks I can get them to safety. I only hope they'll heed my words as they have yours. But I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt. My word! Isn't this the God's sway? With this, I'll be able to guide the pawns to the refuge without delay. Now there's no chance of any of them being left behind. Seems I've no end of things to thank you for, my friend. I appreciate all you've done here. I'll get the pawns to safety, don't you worry.
With this, their evacuation is all but assured. God's sways are loathsome artifacts, but I suppose they have their uses.
Not bad, all things considered.
Methinks these climbs are ill-suited to habitation.
Indeed. Vermund feels a...
world away.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
I fear for the arbor. Glows red with fury.
It would seem there is...
Yav tarma erom. Onne kasinke fani.
Nun we ondo, aninke liav kana el kemenhum.
Lomentari. Lungtena pele telume, ane martir, tindome ingarina fa alme alcar. Kiriando.
I'll go and open the chest.
I fear for the arbor.
Glows red with fury.
It would seem there is far more at stake
What have
here.
we done?
My friend, how glad... When word reached me of your uncanny disappearance, I admit I feared the worst. What has become of this world? Our people fear for the future. We cannot be sure we will be safe here. Yet this place is all we know. All we have. You think we need to evacuate? I see. And you know of a place where we might find refuge? I should gladly follow you, but I fear my father will not be so easily persuaded. Nonetheless, we can but try. Come.
As arborist, Sir Taliesin is the leader of the Elven people. Let us follow our guide that we might speak.
It's no great shock to me.
Non li atilmo.
Ronde Minotaur.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
These were necessary expenses, mind. No use clinging to every last coin.
Kerale Elia Menamera.
Follow me. I will...
Findelnar. Ne veo norwende lis kemen. Moriven lis erumar meltol netara.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Nun mor arda he. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwens.
Mornambue roth enfane ava silmines fana. Nevea tara morivin. Lis fa aldakar kemen rose oi andil. Kemen rose elame mor orne arenka liasur. Liamorevin onduiroth mine falis ne kenalien matalan fenis in heranon elvisoronne eruor.
Nullis amanda kill angadur femon.
Kemen rose andil soron russa ne karilm ilarato. Ne chiamenran en firiav la sestir. Eame via angamar en adaya. Moretele erando morivun telume.
Findelnar, morivin les charmenan? Nefa oio sur.
Airando vanitol manantar. Minas vana teralia.
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Ane martir, tindome ingarina fa alme Alcarwa? Et aler, lea fermor elda sorne an fameltol. Vanelin huror soron. Casinque telpe nun finaler. Lera ne fir heranon, anne arte her firnis. Nundis amanda kill angadur.
That man's head is harder than the Arbor Heart's trunk. Let's demonstrate the cutting's resilience and prove him mistaken.
I must earn the people.
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret it. Hope to see you again ere long.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome. The clouds encroach ever closer. It seems naught can be done to halt them now.
Whatever happens, we cannot give in.
Casinque aidalia anandor, nun lintan. Heror anne oia fermor, anendune falumtena?
Nenamboe yavstir uru findelnar. Liateren ayale. Kemen ros uru neteren, neromen anartelpe minasvana. Nun kemen ros osto luin eldalia, ne kemen vea alcarua.
Luintaremi kinalen meltol, parante lume anlis, ne kemen kayayinju nun sil, ne meltol linkan aldacar, an fir nun fiamor.
Palan hiar menran, lis fa arnefarne. Artehar lis manasvana fui numen alekan. Elorato ala, nun mor artaher. Firnis an erumar isilrod et teller. Nenwen mor aiwanon. Alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm. Iavstir lalastar. Nun falasmir magananon. Anamor lis turculion equiales.
The owl.
I thank you, friend. It would be no exaggeration to say that you have saved my people.
Your fight continues, does it not? Be well, and come back safe.
I admire your dedication, Master. 'Tis no small feat to hone one's skills so fine.
There is always room for improvement, after all.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
How do you like that? The sea's gone and dried up.
I end up feeling weird.
Fancy a look at my wares? Fancy a look at my wares? Do come again.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
Time to be heading home.
All this quiet makes me come more anxious.
Well met, sir. I sleep on my woes.
I'm ill at easy.
I pity those content to
There's
live
comfort in the
idleness.
humdrum of daily life.
Some call it culture.
It's been a hard day.
Now this is a conundrum.
Feels eerie with no one about.
There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
Nary a tale to be had. I'll not hang about.
Not much going on.
Can't afford to retire at my age.
Not much going on.
There's a calm in the air.
There's not much going on.
No one's coming to assail us. Mayhap we've scared them all off?
I'm like to forget how to fight should this continue.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
At any rate, the pawns in this party are women all.
And I've no objections.
Best be on your guard! Magma scales are about!
I suppose I'll handle this. Our foe shall know my pain twofold.
I'll turn you into a pincushion! Avoided is a battle won, I suppose.
Little does our foe realise how narrowly they escaped death's touch.
I suppose 'tis so.
product of heedlessness.